Hello and welcome to Chloe Ariell Soul Sessions, Whimsical Wednesdays, chat and channeling. This is Merlin. Say hello. I got this staff at the top of Mount Shasta and we're about to go for a walk in Sedona. I came here yesterday and I talked to the ant people, or the day before, and it was quite amazing. So now I'm a bit more prepared, so we can call this episode number 2 of Sedona. So, Merlin, isn't that incredible? Appeared at the spot on top of Mount Shasta with a medicine woman I was with. She goes, "That's yours." And it actually has a lot of significant meaning, because a lot of significant meaning, yeah, because it has appeared to me before in the astral, and I got it in the physical now. Great stuff. Right, just gonna do this to my camera. Look how beautiful the sky is today. Yesterday when we were here, it was all cloudy, right? So we hit a bit of wind too. So we're going to go a second go, and I've got a list of questions to ask the ant people who are connected with under the mountains and hills here, and it's in the legends of the area. Oh, amazing. So the Hopi people and the ant people, during the time of the last cataclysm, the floods, etc., whatever it was, they had to go inside the earth. So the Hopi people went, the ant people had to help the Hopi people, the Native Americans, Navajo people here, and yeah, they talked about that. They said some people in our current time period, in the present time period, are not honouring those connections, and I'm not really sure what that means, but it's just about sharing the land and looking after the land. That is what we mean. Sharing the skies, keeping the safety of the skies as paramount, and the rivers too, keeping them clear and pure, away from toxicity. We feel and sense and taste all the water that goes into the underwater areas. We do our best to cleanse and clear it and filter it, because we need that water as well. But you surface people are so backwards in your thinking. Look, we understand. We have dealt with your people. We have good, forged, strong bonds with the Hopi, and we are talking to you, the conduit, to tell our story. Thank you. I know when I look at you in my mind's eye, clairvoyantly, you look like you're Mesoamerican, but you've got a harder shell, like you've got thicker skin, and you've got the, I think they call them mandibles. They're things on the face. Probably look that up. But it's like what ants have, sort of here, but it's very personified. I can see like features that are human-like. Do you know what I mean? But it reminds me of the little guy, no offense, out of the Oompa Loompa in the chocolate factory. He looks like that. So it's quite amazing. So we're going to keep on walking. I've got a list of questions. I kind of put it up just quickly on the community thing on YouTube, that if you have any questions that I can ask the ant people. So this is the kind of thing that we're going to go forward doing. I am going to start interviewing people on my channel too, but in between I'll do my Whimsical Wednesdays, where I am, we could call it an interdimensional emissary, and that is the role that I was given by the Cosmic Collective, is an ambassador for the other dimensions, for multidimensionals, which soon will be integrating into our reality going forward in the future. It's really, I see a zip, like these two realities coming together, like that. So I am the start of that. I don't want to call myself a journalist, because it is different, because I'm telepathing at the same time as asking questions. But when I'm telepathing, it's kind of like everything goes blank. I'm not thinking, I'm just receiving. So I'm just repeating and receiving, and I'm doing my check. I've checked with the ant people. I have a good relationship with them. They have very good good species to me in my experiences in the past. All right. So the first question is, how can we go forward as a human race now? You have helped us in the past and we really respect your advice. So you have helped humans in the past, and from what you gather, what is the way forward? Again, we're talking about toxicity in the environment, and you humans have a disconnect between actions, what you say and what you do, right? There's many people that want to have a good relationship with us, but we are very wary because of the need to take from the environment. And this is no fault specifically of your species, but moreover to the species that overrule you. We have had sparring or difference of opinion for many a millennia. We understand that there are pockets and chambers inside of Earth that are occupied with many different species. Many have escaped in previous incarnations, the Orion Wars. And prior to that, I can hear Mars. And I heard earlier, I said, how long have you been here for? And he said, 500,000 years. It's a long time. Longer than the surface people. We shared this place with mostly on Mars. And then I hear invited here after Mars surface was mostly eradicated. There are some still of our species there, but mostly here we have become, I want to say humanified, personified. There's more human-like structures in their body and their DNA. Did you marry in between species with human and ant people? I can see that, because I can see that I see a Hopi woman and she has a baby. She has a being that looks half human and half ant. How is that able to, with the help of another species, I'm hearing the word manta. Is this correct? It's kind of like a hybridization thing going on in your species as well. Is it hybridization, would you say? Mix the genes as more benefits to both, especially being underground. And we are thankful to the people on the surface for their ancestors are our ancestors, and we saved many tribes. It wasn't just one, it was many. As the earth was shifting greatly, water was rising, and just like the cataclysm prior to that, I see a lot of fire on the earth, like nuclear kind of fire and stuff. We saved many souls. Yeah. Thank you, ant people. I can see your ancestry and I can see your lineage. I'm quite surprised because you are a mixture of human and ant. I can see the Mesoamerican genetics in your face. Amazing. Going forward on your timeline, there are many who have tried to mess with it. There is a battle between, we could say, two factions. And we are concerned, as a timeline splits, we feel it, we see it too. Small things that we notice and many humans do not. Maybe things like deja vu that repeated twice. You call it the Mandela effect. It is sparring. And how are they able to split timelines and all of that? Is there a battle between both? We do not need to go into the particulars of it, but we can say that It's unnecessary because our hive consciousness, our collective consciousness, can shift it back. Just like with you and your species, creating and seeing a future of benefit and a Star Trek future with many intergalactics all in harmonious frequency together is what we see for the future. We are happy for this. But we are in this moment of sparring, spiritual warfare between many factions. Some people don't even realize that they are part of the faction that is trying to expand this consciousness. It is just something that you do. Not unlike yourself, Chloe. Yes, thank you. I kind of have an idea. It has been a bit difficult. What do you say for people that are under the pump and being targeted by the negative factions of aliens on this planet? Do not give up hope. You are representing all of us. We are with you in spirit. And tell them, okay, I will. I believe this. So he's kind of pulled out of my library what I believe is that no one can take you out of your purpose. If your purpose is to weave a future as a galactic emissary into a Star Trek future, right? Through, like this, teaching telepathy, realizing that humans have psionic abilities. They are worried that it will catch on like a 100 monkey effect and many more will start telepathing. This is a threat to the system that wants everything to be secret and corrupt. Yes, I know. You have any more questions? Yes, I do. Good question. How and why are you under the rocks of Sedona and the Grand Canyon? Because I also felt you in the Grand Canyon as well. We have been living there for millennia. It is a safe place for us. There is water. There is the right temperature. We like things a little bit cooler, but as you go into the earth, there are warm spots too. It's good for our young that like to be in caverns. Unlike ants here on your planet, we do share similar DNA. It's very helpful and beneficial as this planet goes through resetting that the caverns under the earth make quite a remarkable place to live. My beautiful raven in the sky. Yes. Okay. We have been here for a millennia. What is your social structure like? Not unlike your couplings, we have a masculine and feminine, man and woman together who have children. Yes. And we have, how many children do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 children. Really? Wow. That's just you. Do other people have that many kids? No. And I can hear it is only for the priestly class or something. So you have kind of factions and people who are kind of like telepathic. Is that why you're connecting to me? Because you're telepathically, I can feel you coming. We have had a good relationship with you as a child. You remember, on Mars. I do. I remember you are nicer than the other ones, shall we say, from here. So many of you children are remembering as we go into a higher frequency, are remembering all the experiences that your government would like you to forget and other factions would like you to forget. But we can say the positive ones within the system are wanting people like you and me to expand this consciousness as they see us all evolving into a higher timeline. Jumping. We want to talk about jumping. What do you mean? Jumping. Many of your souls are choosing your higher self are choosing a higher timeline. It's very important going forward now that you all choose positive thoughts and choose a positive frame of mind, because as much as you are being subjected to certain, we could say, targeting sort of thing, right? If you give in to the fear, it lowers your vibration. We are all multidimensional, and that is part of the trick, you see, is that you continue on this fear pathway to people and tell them that they have to be in fear and constantly looking over their shoulder, which you experienced. Yes, I did. Then it lowers your vibration. The ones that have a higher light quota, and their souls have certain codes that refractalize this reality with their source origin blueprint. The source origin blueprint is unlike anyone else's. It is unique to the soul that has experienced certain experiences, specifically in a higher dimension. The ones from Atlantis and Lemuria are here again, as you know, and we are all experiencing again the shift from the fall but up into a higher frequency. It is quite remarkable, isn't it? Has been difficult too, ant person. Do you have a name? What is your name? Sorry. It's Speakledy, Spec. Do you want me to call you Speakledy Spec? That is so unbelievable. What the hell? Speakledy Spec? Can I say Spec instead? I have no idea, but I'm just going to call him Spec. I laughed because it sounded like... I shouldn't laugh. My name's Chloe. Sorry, don't laugh. It's all very serious. Let's be serious. I'm going to call him Spec. Yeah, I like it. Sounds respectful, because that word spec, I like it. Good. The caverns and the holes you see on your track are not so unlike the ones we have. Look, like someone's hunting something down there. Might be a snake. Might be a snake hole. And look, we're going to go back up to that mesa. If you can see it. Up to the top, there's a little cloud around it. Yeah, off we go. We're talking to Spec. He lives in the underground here as an ant person, and they look a mixture between Mesoamerican and ants. Actually quite amazing. What is your height? Do you have shorter heights than others? You do, a little bit shorter. More like, see my height, the men or the males would be about that high, so it's about 5 foot. Yeah. There are certain factions in your society that know about us. They have monitored and what do we call it? Noted down areas that they feel, or they know that are us living there, remote viewers and such, right? We don't often have a member of the public come to connect, and we are very grateful for it, because it is obviously a higher calling of yours. It is, yes. Pleiadian, yes. We love nature, and yes, emissary. Oh, very nice. Thank you. Are just all sort of honouring. It's really lovely, actually. Thank you so much. It's an honour to meet your family as well. They're showing me a little baby ant person, and he's got a little like woven Indian kind of rug with all the beautiful colours and white around him. Isn't that beautiful? So you don't hear that part of the legend, but that's quite fascinating, isn't it? What else have we got in our questions? Gosh, don't mind me. Part of my brain kind of switches off when in telepathy. Oh gosh, I did actually put the questions. I have a question in my mind anyway, so I'm going to do that. Let's go around again. Very beautiful here. Very beautiful. Have you ever experienced artificial intelligence, even back in through your DNA and your ancestral lineage? Wow, this is the visual I'm getting, okay? I can see a scene that looks like War of the Worlds. I can see a machine fighting like an energy weapon or a laser or something, and walking like with robot legs over the city or something like that, and people running. The great cataclysm on Mars was a total wipeout. We gave our power to an unknown force, promising future technology and trading to progress our planet. We were tricked into that, and I can hear wiped out our planet. There are early records of Mars that are found in the great chambers of Corfu, hidden in the Sphinx. It is all metaphysical. People are looking for a physical item. Yeah. So we'll give you the multidimensional knowledge that is here now, ready to be reiterated. And that knowledge is that Mars was destroyed by the Great Nothing, AI influence, Draco Reptilian, yes. Big starship came and offered a deal. Can't offer deals to draconians. They are shifty. They doomed our planet to a great disaster. And so we had to flee in our own ships. I can see ships that look like Mayan drawings on the outside. Did you come in like Mayan looking ships that look like hieroglyphics that you see in like a Mayan temple? Yes, very high technology. We had other species also who visited Mars that actually helped us too. Is that correct? Yeah. Antediluvian, I don't know what that means. And what species is that? You call them the builder races, but we see there's a man who looks Mesoamerican again, like Mayan looking, right? And he has like a thing on the top of his third eye. Many species have lost their planets because of the dark forces that have come before. It's very interesting because they did not wipe out your planet like they did to ours, but they are doing a gosh darn good job of it. But you need to take your power back if you are to rid your planet of the scourge of this species. Many more of you have to speak out because so many humans are under a spell. They look around thinking it's very horrible what their lords do, but they do not act accordingly. They're being so programmed and put into such a helpless state. But the way forward is to undo that hijacking of perspective through people who are truth tellers and wisdom keepers and speak out, helping many to wake up. Well, what can people practically do? What can people practically do? Take your power back. Have knowledge. There are many of you who are aware and awake. Many more are awakening to the reality. Once you awaken to it, you can forge together and create a new pathway. Something that is protective of your species and your children. As the current state of affairs, humanity has been subjected to horrendous attacks on many levels. And many of you light workers too have come to your untimely deaths. They do not want the technology to be shared to unenslave this population, is to firstly tell them that it exists. Technology that is far more advanced than the population on this planet has been given any information and knowledge about, kept by elite powers and positions to keep it secret, keeps them wealthy, because it is about money. And power, and who has the power in the land. This is so meaningless when power threatens your very existence. So we must wake people up from their sleep and their slumber and tell them there is another way, and that yes, you are on the correct path, even though many people around you are asleep. Sleeping because it's safer, you see, to be like that. Kind of putting your head underground, and benefits for doing so. Benefits the very few, but the rest of reality or society doesn't benefit. Alright, going back to the ant man. Speck. Alright, this is different. Wow. I just looked at the side of this hill and it has like a circle on it in stones, right? So there's an old ancient structure here. They said there was an Indian house up here, and we talked to a priest up there, and it was a hospital where when you go up to the top there, it's got a vortex. I think the vortex starts soon around here. Create as much as you can of your own. See, the Great Awakening is the undoing of falsities, right? Everyone feels that AI doesn't have a soul, but it tries its best to be sentient, but it's not the kind of sentience that you want or need, because it is corruptible and is used for power purposes only. Many secrets that have been given are secondhand information related to people that only give out a certain amount of information, but it stacks that knowledge into one shelf and then splashes us out as the only knowledge available. When you telepath with different species, you get first-hand knowledge of what's going on. Got a helicopter coming. See if it'll meet us at the top of the hill. We are all within this valley, deep within the chambers. Gotta Alright. I think it's a post helicopter. Got like an American post on the bottom. Cool. Okay, here we go. Up to the top. Totally a mess. It's incredible. This is like flat part, you can see, before you go up to that top of the hill. And it's just on the outskirts of Sedona. Perfect for me. No people here. Yay. Ant people once again. So you're saying that The destruction of Mars had something to do with AI. Reptilian, yeah. The Earth has not been really given AI before. There's always been a place of quarantine. That's what we liked about it. But this is shifting. And we do not like what we see on one pathway. But we know at the same time the Earth is shifting too into a higher reality. So, eagle right here too. What can we do? Meditate. Connect with us. Some of you connect with us daily, but be discerning, because it is not all good out there. So you need to make sure that you're in a good vibration. We cannot give you answers for your own individual. We can give knowledge of what we have been through. So how you're very comfortable where you are in the inner chambers of the earth? Very comfortable, yes. It's not unlike these Cooper Pedy in Australia, where people live underground in like the limestone. That's what I'm getting. Well, don't you need sun? Here we go with the bouncing of my stick. This is where the vortex starts. It's really quite hot actually. Oh my God. Just bear with me. Oh gosh, so hot. Keep on going. You've been given a frequency shift as you come up to this mountain. Your antennas are increasing. We can telepath you whenever we like. Okay, with discernment, you know. We like you. Thank you. You are representing and taking the fear away from other species and the connections that can be had that are of the positive. You only pretty much have a selective I'm just going to breathe. Hi there again. I was getting a bit hot. I had to pause it for a bit. Funny though, there's a car that's rocked up and someone's at the beginning of the track just sitting there in a chair. Very odd. Oh well, ignore. Just bringing light in. I'm going to take my shoes off and put them back on when I get a bit further down. Helps amplify when you're grounded. And if this has got a vortex energy, as I can feel, it's going to be really good for my body because I'm going to get all those scalar waves, right? Yeah. It's funny, I didn't even notice there's this really hard part to get up the hill, but then this other part is a lot flatter. Check it out. Wow. Finished with the ant person, I think, sort of around still. Just they wanted to share that other part of the story, how they mix genetics with humans, and they look a mixture of ant and Mesoamerican. Quite amazing. Yeah, there's been this They do not want the rest of the population waking up to the fact that they're intergalactic themselves, that we can connect telepathically to any other species anywhere. They do not like that, because then the knowledge is shared amongst many, and that is the only reason why people get targeted, because you're sharing the knowledge. Okay, so I'm going to ask questions, all right? I can feel a kind of Pleiadian energy too. I don't know if you're getting, if you wanted to zoom in. There's a guy sitting under an umbrella there on a chair with something. Very weird. And a car. Don't know if he's a scientist or what. Maybe he's measuring the vortex as I go up the hill. Weird. Anyway, back to the ant people and a connection to Pleiadian as well. My higher self, ant people. Knowledge is suppressed and kept down for a reason. But many of you are waking up to your inner knowledge and your capacity to feel beyond yourself. Morphogenetic field of the planet has knowledge, and sacred sites have knowledge. This is why many clairvoyants and seers are attracted to these areas, because the very hill holds the knowledge within the quartz itself. I wanted to ask about, I don't know, people talk about Tartaria, like there's different, places that exist here on the planet. There are many areas that existed before. Earth is Terra, T-E-R-R-A, terrestrial. It's funny, I've gone completely blank. So it's weird, isn't it? Let's just forge that connection again to the ant person. Oh, the bugger. Something's stopping me. Damn. I'm going to just call in my guides, angels and ancestors. Light, my higher Pleiadian self, protect me, put me in a chamber. That armor of God, only my essence, and the connection to the ant people. Interesting, because I like high dimensional Pleiadians. That's my energy, right? Then you've got other factions of Pleiadian that aren't so great. Funny, isn't it? Yes. You must forge past this and connect to your soul and your heart, for it knows the best. It knows your strength, and it knows that you can deliver the message, whether you're asked or not. It is important for your species to remember that they had close ties to other species of alien, extraterrestrial, interdimensional in times gone past. And you are solidifying this connection again. It is happening, whether you like it or not. On this planet, there will be many visitations coming into the next year. This coming year, we are wanting to connect. It's giving me a picture of encounters of the third kind. You know, when they play the piano and the species on their starship is playing the piano back and sounds back. This will be something that is very public. It will be more than public. It will be international. And it will be real. We are wanting to wake your public up faster. This is blessed and is very necessary for the public to wake up to the reality that you share your airways and your land with other beings. It's funny, you call us extraterrestrial, but we are in the earth. Your earth. War does not do any good for anyone's planet. We experienced it on Mars. If it wasn't for the Mother Earth ascending, the timeline would be very difficult. That's so very strange, right? This is like, oh my God, I didn't even realise. You can go down the other side of the hill. I didn't even see that last time. What the hell? Was this even built? Am I in a new reality? Oh my God, there's an eagle here as I said that. Hello! Oh wow! Oh wow! Hope you're getting that. Hey my friend. Spirits with us. Oh wow. That is such an omen. Thank you. Thank you. Spirit of the land is here. I've been given a big yes. Nice eagle up the top of the mesa. Oh wow. You can zoom in on that, guys. Hope I'm capturing it. You can see it. Oh, that's really special. Oh, that's really lovely. Yes, it's a call to connect and the cosmic collective and the cosmic web wants to rejoin this planet, which has been cut off from the cosmic web, the divine cosmic web of the universe, and that's why we've been in such imbalance, because we haven't had the feminine energy of the cosmic web in place, because the web on the planet, we're talking the grid lines on the planet, have been occupied and owned by a lot of purpose through magic. Lifting that ahead of us. All you grid workers, thank you. It's so very fascinating. I think I'm going to walk down the other side of the mountain. Feel it. I didn't even see that here last time. So different, you know, when you go to a natural place and the next day it's completely different. It's like what you're meant to see. It's like getting over that hump and going onward to the other side. Yes. Your species overall is crying out to reconnect, because they understand this on an implicit level. Once the reconnection is made to species outside of this planet, you'll get help to become a top tier society, civilization. It has been stopped and limited, of course, on purpose, but no more is this going to happen going forward. The reconnection is here. We hear your cries, and we understand that it is difficult for many of you to still be here. Understand your strength lies in your perception to be open, encourages others to expand their mindset. We need more of an expansive mindset to encompass all the new technologies, science, physics, technology that you're not aware of coming into this reality now. Knowledge is here for the taking, for the right people, and your children and your children's children and children's children to benefit. The time is now. It is 2026. It is a time of the great planetary alignment that will come and has come this Easter, just gone. So this time is the great planetary alignment. Hence why grid keepers are getting sent to different sacred sites on the planet to align you back into wholeness, back into a higher frequency. Because once you're in a higher frequency, you cannot go into war. This Mother Earth needs to raise her vibration out of that warlike state. It is too lower vibrational. There are some people that will be stuck in 3D, some people that will go and just be more in alignment with the lighter vibrational energies. What's your thoughts? Understand that there is help and that you are being helped. And the ones that are speaking out for many are being helped and protected. Focus on that timeline, dear ones, because the other timelines are annihilating. We don't need that. Okay? We're all in this together. For we care and respect for the planet Earth too. We feel the vibrations deep underground. We can feel the stress of the earthlings up the top on the surface. And we are in cahoots, or we are in trade with the Shambhalans, the ones in the middle of the earth. Is there another name for them? I think there's another name I've heard. Agarthan. Yeah, I can hear that. We are in connection with the Agarthans, who are watching the great shift and change, feeling all the energies shift to a lighter vibration as we are shifting all the dark out. They try to take control, but they can't. Many of you are shifting internally as well, and this is helping the great ascension, awakening overall. The internal work is the key to shifting out of lower vibrational states, allowing the earth to help you with it, to take your burden and to take your density, shift it out of your vibrational field, placing it into the water, the rocks and the earth to transmute. Yeah. Wow. Kind of like I go into like a different state. So blue the sky, isn't it? Wow, something really special about how blue it is here. I feel really at home here, you know? Yeah. I'll show you this like steps down here that I didn't even see yesterday. Isn't that funny? It's kind of just up on the mountain. Okay, so let's get back up and go to the other side. This has been a very interesting topic of conversation. So apparently we're going to have some sort of experience of a ship and people of the third kind, you know, Steven Spielberg movie. Wow. Encounters of the third kind. Oh, I'm looking forward to that. I think this planet needs it, don't you think? That's what the ant people said. We've had enough. We've heard your cries as well. And it's about time. But there's been a stopping and a limiting of that. And a coordinated actual battle and attack I can hear. And we've got a raven coming. So next beautiful bird. I love my raven. Hi, see the raven? Come fly with us. Ah, yeah. Oh, you beautiful one. Isn't that just beautiful omens that we're getting? I hope you can see that. So beautiful. Like my bird protectors and omens. I'm on a mesa instantona. Raven's crying. There's two of them now. I probably have to get off the mesa now. That's probably what they're saying. My little protective ravens. Got two of them. Hey, my little friends. Oh, they're hiding from view now. But anyway, isn't this just incredible? Look at the green and the blue. Like, what the hell? Amazing. Let's do a... Wow, such an artwork. Let me know if you see the comment. Okay, let's ask the ant people something. So where about are they going to meet I actually can hear New York. So that's strange. That's a very large place. We need like a big place to kind of do it. That's what I'm hearing. Almost like, you know, like Washington DC. They understand that that's the White House, right? But you've got big places like New York and like Washington DC. Wow, that's the first. And so, ant people, where did you get that information from? Galactics? Is that Pleiadian energy that I felt earlier? Are these high Pleiadians? People will think that it's not. People will think that it's a part of something sinister. Do you come to me with unconditional love? Yes. Do you come to me with unconditional love? Yes. Do you come to me with unconditional love? Be careful, guys. It is not unlike us to be overly compassionate, even though there have been many skirmishes in the past that will tell us that it is not such a good idea to be so friendly with the humans. There are things that have happened historically with our species and your species, especially on Mars, that we would say is unforgivable. But we hand out and understand that humans are in your infancy. You are very immature as a race, and we understand that you have not reached that level of consciousness. So we partake to raise our consciousness and hand compassionate grounds to you. And this is why we understand that your species is still growing up. It's still growing. What set back humans to be so sort of backwards? What set us up to be so backwards? Somehow it's in the design of your earth, as you have many great civilizations that increase but then fall, and then the knowledge is lost. That is a part of it. But because of the fall, the going into the lower dimensions has really done your species a real backward movement. Has not done you any favours. So we watch and we are excited for the great changes that are here. Isn't this incredible, the light? It's great. I'm having a great time up here talking to the ant people. Who would have thought? How about you just, some people are watching this and going, she thinks she's talking to the ant people. Why can't I talk to the ant people? You thought about that? Yes. So don't be each other's worst enemy. As we're raising in frequency, there is many people who are called to help technologically, and your psionics and your science and your anthropologists and your historians and your telepaths and your psychics are all going to become kind of like, instead of being so compartmentalized, are all going to be merged into like one, right? So you might get like someone who's you know, right now we've got psychic artists, right? But I can see a telepathic science, right? Scientist who, like Nikola Tesla, that's what I'm getting. He was way ahead of his time. He was a channeler, a telepath, and he got that technological knowledge, just as Maria Orsich did. She got her technical knowledge from Algebron, but it was placed into the wrong hands because the frequency was not met, right? As you're raising your frequency on this planet, you're going to be met with an expanded mindset that will be able to hold the knowledge and use it for good rather than evil, basically. So technology will be used and given into the hands, not just for the selfish petrochemical capitalists, but into the hands of an expansive mindset that will benefit many. I can hear they are good moving forward. The consciousness is shifting in every place. I don't want to give specifics, but every area of structure in your reality is shifting out of the old paradigm. This can look really uncomfortable as more dark is being seen first, but this slowly changes. It's like it goes from like really black times or dark times into like more brown, and then it goes kind of like a chocolate, like to yellow, and then it goes back into the brightness. Right, that's how you got to see it. Like the shifting colours are changing, frequencies, and that's how they say it. So right now it's just a lot for a lot of people, but this is a process that we all have to witness. From witnessing it, we are shifting it out from dark to light. Wow, that feels like the end of the frequency. That feels like the end of the information. Over and out. That's what it kind of feels like, just as it got there. Yeah, wow. Well, that was... I don't know if that person's still there. I think he might be taking photos. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to get going. Thanks so much. Can't remember half of it as usual, but I'm sure it was good. That's what telepathy's like. You just talk. I don't really connect into it. I'm just talking it out, kind of feeling it, and then repeating. Yeah, feels good though. I definitely like doing it on natural vortexes like this one, the Mesa. Let's do 360. Isn't the clouds incredible? Like, look at these clouds. Very nice. I'm looking forward to extraterrestrial Star Trek future, aren't you? Thank you, bye.